every time, everywhere. Our homes, schools, chapels, and offices. From modern stylings with open spaces to classical designs dotted with colors. In this vlog, we hope to teach you a little bit about architecture from buildings found in our areas. Let's get this video started with our guides for today. Nee Jan, James, and Lee, take it away, guys.
Thank you, Kate, and hello everyone, and welcome to our first ever vlog. Today, we are going to take you to 3 different destinations here in Misamis Oriental as we discover unique architectural structures. Together with me are my besties Leandro and James Palma, and we will take you for a ride. So come on and let's get started.
We are here in Gran Europa, Alessandra, and about to witness a modern architecture type of building. For modern architecture, it is a style of building that emphasizes function and is streamlined for overall connotation. It's a very aesthetic type of architecture. We're here in Palma Residence. So for our first building, we are here again in the Palma Residence located at Alessandra, Gran Europa. As you can see, the building strikes a reddish color with characteristics that can be distinguished to be of the modern architecture. As for its history, the homeowner said that this building was already present here in Gran Europa long before it was finished renovating by them in August 8, 2021. The renovation of their house caused it to have a modern feel towards it. The building also has a semblance towards Western architecture with the triangular shaped arches in the entrance, the rectangular windows that can be seen from the outside, and a front porch where guests and family alike can stay and chill out. But the solid color of red is what makes this building become striking at best, further emphasizing the modernity of the structure. As you can see, the presence of plants in the porch gives it a more homely feel to it. This structure contains characteristics of modern architecture, particularly the presence of a flat rooftop and the use of modern materials for construction, which are concrete and cement. Again, the solid color of the building gives it a more modern look, similar to the other buildings constructed here in this subdivision.
So thank you, Palma residents, for letting us visit your home.
Hello and good morning to my viewers. We are here at Gran Europa subdivision to witness a unique architectural feat. Standing behind me is a church that features unique design. Please join me as we witness these architectural designs that are incorporated in this church. So, St. Vincent Ferrer Chapel is just like your typical chapel in the community. It features classical characteristics with a little fusion of Romanesque and a bit of Gothic. So, here we are at St. Vincent Ferrer Chapel as we talk about the different characteristics and features and discuss further about the inspirations that it followed. Just like I said earlier, we see that the chapel has classical characteristics as it features symmetry, just like in the main entrance here. As you can see, The main gate has a unique wavy design on the left part that is also mirrored in the right part. The interior layout also displays symmetrical features, with equal number of windows and entrances at the side of the chapel, which also features the same designs. The chapel also has a high ceiling, which gives a spacious feel inside. The ceiling also has a large painting that displays a recreation of the famous painting, The Last Supper, by Leonardo da Vinci. This, I suppose, was inspired by the famous work of Michelangelo at the Sistine Chapel, which features various artworks on the ceiling, including the famous painting, The Creation of Adam. The chapel also features glass-stained windows, which can be related to a Gothic architectural styles. Speaking of windows, the windows outside are frosted glass, which gives it a nice design. It is also semicircular at the top and also has color-stained glass. So that is all for St. Vincent Ferrer Chapel. I hope you learned a lot here and are interested in visiting this lovely chapel here in Grand Europa. So I will be passing the video to my friend Nee Jan Tricia.
Hi! I am here at our last destination, which is the Yap's residence located here at the Goan Misamis Oriental. This house has been here for quite some time already and has gone through renovations. There are still some old-style Filipino architecture present here. You can see from the style of the windows, which are rectangular, and the floor is made from authentic wood. The house is located on the second floor, situated on top of a salon. You can enter the house by passing through the stairs on the left side. The house is a mix of modern architecture and classical Filipino architecture. For the first part, I am going to show you these old-fashioned styled windows which are rectangular in shape. These were popular during the Roman period. If you look closely, it even has its own glass pattern to enhance its design. The most predominant modern architecture characteristics of the house is the flat roof. You can see how it was constructed in a way to complement the current trends in modern architecture. This has been mostly the roofs that are being used today in comparison to the mansard roofs that the Victorian architecture have. Right around here are folding doors that connect to the balcony. These doors utilize window glass to add a modern effect to the classical folding doors during its popularization in the Roman civilization. You can see how hard it is to use compared to the modern doors we have today. I simply cannot just push it. It's too hard. As we move forward from here at the open air of the house, you can see the popular ventanilla, a characteristic that most Filipino houses have that were influenced heavily from the colonization of Spain in the country. This feature allows air to come into the house through elaborate grillwork or wooded balustrades, and in this case, these beautiful grill patterns we can see here. Moreover, at the bottom part are blank boards that were slid in to regulate the amount of air coming in. The last characteristic I am going to show you are the wooden floors. These floors are even older than me in age. These were the original floors at the very construction of this house during 1960. That's all for our last architecture, and here's Jude and Nor to tell us some insights about the three architectural structures in Misamis Oriental we traveled and looked upon today.
Our group have formulated an insight and reflections based from the structures that we have observed in the local premises, and primitively, there are a lot of modern structures nowadays that have been inspired in the old times, and it's fairly noticeable that some have served as a standard for constructing different structural buildings today. So our group have also noticed that there are a lot of different combinations of architectural structures in the Philippines that form different styles of modern beauty. So one of our members from his local community displayed the beauty of his own house that depicts that of a modern architecture formed through renovations. So it is also noticeable that the house we see almost everywhere also resembles a Western architecture because of the common rectangular windows and strong and vibrant colors that emphasizes the modernity of the structures.
Furthermore, another one of our members have visited his local neighborhood to seek for the nearby chapel that resembles that of a Gothic architectural structure. Nowadays, a Gothic style is abundant in almost all kinds of churches around the world, and most especially in the Philippines. It is to preserve and acknowledge the culture, and also Gothic style enables a silent and calm vibe to the chapel in which it heightens its primary purpose. Then for our final vlog is with regards to our beloved classical Filipino architecture. It is distinguishable because of its old-fashioned styled windows, which are rectangular in shape, and the wooden floors. We cannot deny that from our classical style, it was also influenced by Spanish colonialization, and thus, as time goes by, our structures have adapted different combinations of architectural styles such as Roman, Victorian, and modern architecture, which resulted to the structures that we see today on a daily basis.
Plans of the buildings and infrastructures we see around us were made with different architectural designs in mind. Different history. We see prevalent styles like modern is and home for its efficiency, and even classical designs like Romanesque and Gothic for the ever-familiar chapels. These architectural designs weren't just for visual appeal though. They also had a purpose and stories behind how they came to be. We hope with the past few minutes you spent with us, you were able to learn from us and our insights on the history and architecture of the buildings we visited. Thank you, and see you on the next video.